everybody. We're back for episode 3 of the Fifth Line podcast. We took a week off because I was about halfway across the country. I was in Texas, but we're back now. So we're gonna start with some updates.
We're gonna start with no. We're gonna start with the Canadians today.
We're starting with the Canadians today.
We don't ever do that.
I thought we always did that, but let's do it anyway.
We always start with you.
Who are the Canadians? Or I mean, how are the Canadians?
Well, you see, the Habs, they're a confusing team this year because check out this little stat. First 8 games, they had 13 goals. Take a guess at how many goals they've had in the last 6 games.
Well,
my guess is in the last 6 games.
Yes.
22.
that was my guess. I'll say 24 because I know they had a big night a couple times.
Early 20s, same.
26.
There we go.
They've had 26 goals in the last 6 games after having only 13 in the first 8. So
Wow.
I don't understand this team.
You want to know where 8 of them came
Well
from?
done.
8 of them came from
The
the
Sens.
Sens, but there was still they scored 5 against the Jets last night. They scored 5 against the Rangers. They scored 5 against. There was another team, but I don't get it. I just don't get it. Scoring doesn't really seem to be an issue anymore. Right now, it's more so keeping pucks out of their net, which there was Price when Price was healthy. He was not looking like Carey Price of old. So
I agree, and I saw a lot of jokes about the old days of Carey Price looking like crap. So
Yeah.
but he most recently went down to a upper body. I don't know.
body.
Minor injury. He's supposed to only be out for a short time.
Yeah.
But so it's been Montoya was in last night, and Lindgren is going to be in later tonight, and in about half an hour against the Blackhawks.
Oh.
So that could be rough.
Yes.
But Montoya held his own last night. Actually, he didn't do that well. He let in 4 goals on 20 shots. But we got the win last night, so that was what was important. Nice big comeback win against the Jets. They were down 4-2 early in the third, came back, tied it up, and won 5-4 in overtime. So hopefully that'll be a little bit of a character booster and builder and kind of boost their confidence heading in, keep this streak going a little bit. Because they were sort of on the right track, and then they had a bad game against Minnesota, and then I'm hoping the Jets game will get them back out there. Other than that, I don't really have much else to say other than I hope they can figure out who they are as a team because I'm still kind of confused.
How about the
me.
news circling Galchenyuk?
The what?
His little rehab news.
Oh, that was a couple weeks back. I was mad that came out. That guy came out and outed that he had gone to rehab because there's a much smaller chance anybody else will actually come forward and get help if they need it. Because they'll be like, is this going to just turn into a publicity thing? And, so I was mad about that.
Yeah,
Mario
that kind of sucks.
Tremblay, it doesn't really surprise me because it's Mario Tremblay. But
I don't know who that is. But
he was the guy that left Patrick Waugh in until, I think, 11 goals.
Jesus.
He's the reason Patrick Waugh left the Canadians.
He was the coach that drove Patrick Waugh away from the Canadians.
Good move.
Yeah.
Clearly.
So that's where the Habs are at right now. Interesting place. They seem
I don't
to
think
be
the
picking it up.
Canadians' problem is with the players.
I think it's
I think it's with the management.
Think it's their front office.
I don't disagree with you there. They don't really have the team assembled that they need. They're doing decent. They've done decent in the last few
Offensively,
games.
they could hold their own. They have enough guys to do it.
Yes,
defensively,
their defensive core is trash now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Basically.
Should we get Zergman?
When you have Weber and then you're depending on Victor Mete to be number 2 defenseman as an 18-year-old or 19 now, it's probably not a great sign. But who knows? I don't really know what to expect out of the rest of this year because it's been weird. They started terribly, and then now they've been scoring well the last few games. I don't know where it's going, but I'm mostly
Seems like a mood swing.
Yeah.
They're having mood swings.
Yeah.
In the form of scores.
Yeah.
What was the whole deal with Galchenyuk?
What happened was
I wasn't sure.
He apparently came out that a couple of years back, or maybe even last year,
was
he was having substance abuse problems, and he went to rehab to deal with that.
Mhm.
Then on some like French radio show, Mario Tremblay like brought it up that he had gone to rehab and said something
Before anybody else came out
Yeah.
saying anything.
Like,
about
yeah,
it. This
like,
was like the
nobody
first thing saying.
Oh, okay. Okay.
so it wasn't great. It wasn't a great thing to do at all.
And there's still no like I don't maybe
There
guys
hasn't
said
been
something.
there
but
hasn't been any official.
There
statement
there
from
hasn't been
anybody else.
anything official about it yet. Yeah.
No.
So
Yeah, that was a couple weeks back now. Yeah, that was actually
think it
that
was
story
last week.
broke while I was in Dallas.
Yeah.
Or a couple days before I was in Dallas. Yeah.
So.
So who's next?
you are.
I think it's Mr. Senboy over there.
Okay, well, you
How,
know.
how are the Sens doing?
Sens
Aside-
No, they didn't do too well the other night.
No, did not do too well.
Aside from that one game
The
against
Sens
the
have
Habs.
been slightly shaky.
'Cause that was
lately.
fun.
They're 6-3-5, pushing a lot of games to OT again.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I know.
They did.
They're second in the Atlantic still.
They just
with
lost
17.
to the Golden Knights' fourth string goalie too.
Wait,
I know.
they have 17
They have
points?
17, yep. Yep. But they can't win at home. I think they have like maybe 2 wins at home right now.
You know
That
what
sucks.
surprises
Yeah.
me most about that? Anderson's performance at home.
He's been rough.
Usually he's lights out.
Yeah, he's been rough. I'll get to that. But you know the Leafs are shaky right now too. They're third with 16, so they're 1 away. But the top of that, it's as you'll say, the Lightning are first, but they're also ahead by like 6.
Yeah, they're ahead by a
It's
pretty good
enough.
amount.
Oh man.
Craig Anderson has been pretty shaky. He's given up 12 goals in the last 3 games. He gave up 6 against Montreal on limited shots. I want to say around, it was under 20. I want to say like 18.
Yeah, it was
That's pretty bad.
It's fun
And they
for
ended
me.
up losing that 8-2 or something.
3.
3.
They did get a third goal.
He gave up 5 against Vegas last night.
Jesus.
That was disappointing to see. Yeah, and then 1 against Detroit the other day, which they've won. His save percentage is .896 right now with a goals against average of 3.13. 3 goals isn't that good, I would say.
No, it's not. Although I think that's actually better than Price's stats
The
right now.
percentage isn't probably. Yeah.
Which is a weird thing to say.
Yeah. The first line is still killing it, even though Bobby's out. He's still out for another month. Stone and Brassard are leading the team in points right now with 16 and 13. Stone has 9 goals, 7 assists. Brassard has 6 goals, 7 assists. Hoffman has 4 goals, 9 assists. Hoffman and Carlson both have 13 too, but Carlson right now, take a guess how many assists he has in the 9 games he's been in.
11.
Because I haven't been paying attention to the Sens, I'm just gonna guess something dumb and say 2 because he's doing bad. I don't know.
He's got way more than that.
I don't know if he
You
has.
said
been
9
bad.
games?
Yep.
So 9 assists.
Now he's got 12. You were close.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, he had a couple games where he had like 3.
Dang.
I've been really bad about paying attention to the league the last couple weeks. So
I never do.
I would say he's probably the hottest player on the team right now,
was
besides
just-
like the trouncing against Montreal.
yeah,
Because he was, I think
he
he
didn't look
he
good
was
that
like
night.
he was like -4 or -5
I
that
think
game.
he's still looking for his jockstrap from that deke that Charles Hudon
Well,
did
you
around
know,
him.
I have it written down here. Montreal was able to take advantage of his very slow lateral movement right now because he's just not.
He
can't
has a
do it.
bionic
Yeah.
ankle and he's
Yeah.
not used to it yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that'll do it.
yeah, and they were able to take advantage of that. So good for them. I'll give the Canadians the props for that game.
It was a fun night.
It was a bad night.
I liked it.
That's all I got in terms of team stuff right now. I have some other stuff
We'll come
we're gonna
back
get
to that,
into.
yeah.
But
That was my turn.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright then. Well, same as always. Lightning are up top
So
of
what's
the
it like
league
having all your dreams
and the
come true?
conference. It's not all my dreams. They didn't win a cup.
how's it feel to have the 2 highest scoring or highest points
Feels
guys
really
in the league right now?
nice.
Your boy and
The two highest scorers in the league on the same line.
Oh, shut up.
That's what
Going back and forth.
I mean. They're
both
freaking
getting goals.
I
Both getting
figured
assists.
I figured they would have slowed down by now, but they haven't really slowed down. Just last night, Kucherov had a goal and an assist, and then Stamkos had another goal.
And an assist, I think.
No.
No.
Stamkos
I was
just
gonna
had
say
one
they
goal.
probably just flip flop assist each other and go.
Stamkos first in the league for points and assists, I believe. I didn't check the
Probably.
assists, but Kucherov first in the league in goals and second in points.
Well, when you score a goal every game, you'll get there.
Yeah. Stammer's at 25 points. Kucherov's at 23, and the next closest to them is Schwartz at 20. So they still got a pretty good lead. And oddly enough, Vasilevsky is number 1 for wins.
Why is
They've
that
been
odd?
giving
He
up
has
some
a-
goals though.
Why? Because his save percentage isn't very good.
But
I mean,
score.
they're winning.
When you
They're
can
scoring,
score, you
yeah.
can
As
win.
long as you win
That's the
games.
thing. And then also, they are 11-2-2 overall. Very good.
I'd say so. Yeah.
First in the
And
Olympic
in the
by a long shot.
Yeah.
at home, the Lightning are a very strong team at home. They are 7-1-1.
That's pretty nice. I was trying to look for the actual stat. I couldn't find it for the
Yeah,
Suns,
they're doing very well at home. And they're first in goals in average goals a game. But they're probably pretty high in goals allowed a game as well, just because they.
Yeah, I mean they're besides old Vicky, Tricky Vic
Hedman?
Hedman.
Oh my god.
Tricky.
They're they have a decent defense, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
but,
I'm fine with the defense. We have Hedman. Speaking of defense, Sergachev, the young gun, is coming out firing. Just last night, he got another assist.
How's that
He
feel?
might have had
That's
another
beautiful.
point.
Assist to Kucherov.
It was an amazing pass. He
Do we
no
have to
look,
keep talking?
no look pass.
you're just twisting the knife in him.
No look pass right over to my boy Kuch, who just has a wide open net. There were two Kucherov's goal and Stamkos' goal were both amazing passes that threaded through everyone, and they had just a wide open net to shoot at.
Yeah, that was a beaut.
Wasn't hard to score for them.
Nope.
But it was because of the passing.
Yeah.
But Sergachev has 12 points, 4 goals, 8 assists. I think that's all I have on the Lightning. They're doing well. They're keeping her going.
I see it sustaining. They're probably gonna win it this year.
Probably not.
Knock on wood.
I could
Who
see
knows?
it.
It's still too early.
Playoffs, dude,
I mean,
you cannot predict shit
No.
in the
Hey, what-
until it's
What did you say
you
was
can
the?
though. The Blackhawks had a season where they just kicked butt and they still they got there. I mean, they're. I
yeah,
wouldn't
that
say
was,
they're on the
uh,
same
the
level as the
president,
Blackhawks
the
that
President
season,
Trophy winner very rarely wins.
They almost
this
never.
All right,
win.
so
clearly
It's
with the
only
Caps
happened-
every
it's only
season.
Yeah.
When the Blackhawks did that though, that was
Short
that was the lockout year,
Yeah.
and they only played Western Conference teams,
Yeah.
so they kind of rode a hot streak basically, which was kind of
I remember that.
Yeah.
What did you say was the leading scorer for the Lightning? How many points?
25.
Guess what it is for the Habs.
I'm gonna guess.
Not even 10.
Oh, it's 10. It's
Okay.
it's 11.
Oh my god.
Well, I can't say the Suns are much better. They only have,
Brendan Gallagher's got 6 goals, 5 assists, which is
Suns only
actually a
have
big
16.
improvement over last season. Because I don't even know if he hit 10 or he might have just hit 10.
they had a hard season last year.
He didn't
The
have a good
season
year
before,
last
he
year.
did really good.
But he looks like he's coming on a bit this year. He's got 11. Then after that is Shea Weber with 11, and Jonathan Drew out with 10.
J. Drew.
Jay Drew.
Which they were expecting way more from him.
Has more
Yep.
points than your supposedly star forward.
You know,
Serdman has more points.
shut up. Shut up.
I can't say much either though. For what the Suns have for points, I mean Stone's got 16. It's not great, but
It's
they
pretty-
also have
16's pretty good.
yeah they also have 6 guys that are at 13, which is good because they're kind of just distributing.
Need my water.
So how are your Islanders doing? There, Eric.
So as of late, the Islanders have been.
They're in that last wild card spot right now.
Yeah, they're kind of they've been playing pretty well over the past few games. They always lose to Washington.
They're just having
I
a good
swear,
season.
They always. Yeah, no, it's a pretty good
Anders
start
Lee.
to the season. So Anders Lee is doing well. Josh Bailey always quietly does well. I think he's kind of underappreciated by a lot of Islander fans.
Boychuk, I mean he's getting older, but his I think plus minus right now he's on their team? Defense-wise, I think.
Defensively, I'm not sure.
Defensemen usually the top plus minus guys are
Yeah.
defensemen.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure his is the highest on the team. I thought I saw that earlier. Maybe not. But he's doing all right for being, I don't know how old he is. Late 30s now.
30s, yeah, in his 30s. But yeah. Anyways, though, yeah, Josh Bailey, he's kind of underappreciated, but at the same time, he kind of didn't really do what he was supposed to do for the organization, which once again, like the Canadians, comes from problems with management.
But I complain about Marc Bergevin a lot, but at least the Habs don't have Garcia.
Yeah, that's a whole nother that's a whole nother part. But Tavares, he's for fantasy teams. I mean, if you have him on your team, he's like getting you points left and right because he's had 9 goals in his past 12 games or something like that.
He's doing good.
So yeah, he's doing really well.
Tvar.
Still, the Islanders have that weird goalie situation between Halak and Grice,
which they did all last year, and look how it turned out for them.
Halak's
sending Halak down.
Halak's been playing better than Grice, or at least a little more consistently. But both goalies, once again, are average, just kind of.
Halak's getting older.
So.
It's inevitable for him.
He's getting old.
Personally,
he is.
I don't think that's the way they should be going. I think they should give it to Grace because he did it last year most of the season.
Yeah.
Graceman.
Grace.
When you have a veteran on your team like that who's proven himself, he played for the Canadians for a while, didn't he?
He carried them through the playoffs.
He did.
2010,
he did good there.
2010,
why not try to keep him going?
Well,
he's also
you look at that.
He's like 7 years older now, so.
Well, but the thing is, his
most
most recent performance where he did really well, World Cup of Hockey. He carried Team Europe. Yeah.
That was something.
That was kind of one of those unexpected
wanted him to win
things.
so bad.
And ironically, after that World Cup of Hockey, he did terrible that upcoming season. Like he really did not.
Which was last year?
Yeah.
Last season.
Yeah, it was last
season.
season.
He ended up getting.
It might be.
Yeah,
I think he got sent down at the end of last season.
Yes, he did, but that was also contracted. There was a lot of stuff.
I know, in which I thought he was gonna leave. I thought Vegas was gonna take him.
Me too. Yeah.
But maybe he just he needs to be put up against like ridiculous odds for him to do well.
Yeah.
Because
Right. Yeah.
He beats Washington. The Washington Capitals basically single-handedly in 2010. Beats the Pittsburgh Penguins basically single-handedly in 2010, who are defending Cup champions at the time. And then with Team Europe, basically everybody else was insurmountable odds because Team Europe was garbage.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe that's just the position he has to be in, but he can do it. He's just horribly inconsistent.
Yeah. So
I remember when the Lightning had inconsistent goals.
You see that comes with age though, because if you look back at older goaltenders as they're ending their career, Brodeur was Brodeur for a long time, and then in his last couple seasons he just kind of fell off. I remember Kiprusoff when he was finishing up with Calgary.
Oh yeah, Kiprusoff.
He was great for a long time, and then his last couple seasons he turned into trash.
See, Yaro's just kind of always been like this.
Yeah. He's just kind of.
But as much as I love him, he's just an inconsistent goalie. Yeah. But it is fun to watch him when he's on because there's no form to it, but he's still unstoppable. Like he's just, I'm going to stop this puck any way I possibly can.
Yeah. So speaking of the Islanders as well, Jordan Eberle just got his 3rd goal of the season against Colorado right now, and I was about to talk about him.
I'm sure they're not.
I'm thinking they were hoping for more than
I was going to say, I'm sure they're not too thrilled he only has 3.
At the same time, though, so the Islanders had that same issue with Andrew Ladd. Obviously, they brought him in as like, a goal scorer, which I don't know if Andrew Ladd was the best idea because, once again, another older player. But it took him a little bit, but in the second half of the season, he started scoring.
Eberle's young enough that he's gonna break whatever slump he's in. He's gonna break it.
Yeah, yeah. And the other goal scorer was Scott Mayfield, which if you guys even know who that is, I'd be surprised.
Do not.
His 2nd goal of the season, which is really surprising.
How about our boy Clutterbuck? How's he doing?
Clutterbuck?
He's still grinding 4th line.
Hold on one sec. Actually, important news about Clutterbuck. So it's Movember, right?
Oh yeah.
So Clutterbuck has a pretty mean mustache, and that's basically all I can say.
Clutterbuck
about
has
it.
always had a mean
You
mustache.
guys
That's
want
about all I
to
can
do?
say.
You guys want to do Movember
Oh,
instead
no.
of No Shave
No,
November?
no.
Come on.
Do you
Come
want
on.
if you want to see just a
Come on.
gross Movember mustache? Look up Jeff Petrie's mustache right now. I'm
I
gonna
don't
see if
really
can
like
find
gross
it.
mustaches.
It's so bad.
Callahan looks like a 70s porn star. That's the kind of mustache he's got.
Yeah,
It's literally
it's
like
neatly trimmed.
it's neatly trimmed, just like right there. It's like perfect. It's awesome.
Oh my god.
Good old Callie. Hey,
Sorry, didn't mean to do that.
stop.
Honestly,
Damn it,
though, that's pretty much
It's
all we
friggin-
have on the Islanders. We kind of went off topic, but
That's cool.
yeah, there's not really much going on.
I'm kind of shocked how Anders Lee's doing. He had he had an alright season last year, but he's just kind of besides Tavares, he's kind of the team leader.
Yeah. No, I think
behind him.
he's definitely stepped up. He's like that big presence you have in front of the net. He gets a lot of garbage goals, but you kind of need that kind
Goals
of
a
player.
goal?
Yeah, exactly. You
Oh,
need
Braden
that kind
Point.
of player.
Braden Point's been killing it also.
Yeah.
I'll just throw
Now the
those
young
2
guys, the
seconds.
whole team is. Doesn't matter what friggin' line it is. It's the whole
Our whole
goddamn
team?
team.
It's
All
not,
of Tampa,
Yes.
basically.
not the whole team.
I mean, most of the team.
Most of the team.
You do have Dan Girardi, so we can't say the whole team.
He's the veteran guy, the veteran presence on the team.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah.
Dude, Stamkos is a veteran presence at
Yeah,
this point.
and his main function as
And he's-
being the veteran presence is just okay. As the puck comes anywhere near our crease, I'm just gonna lay down and hope it hits me.
It's
After
Dan
years,
Girardi.
after years of John Tortorella training,
Yes.
Girardi can do one thing:
Yes.
block shot.
Tortorella.
Hey, after 2006, he was your assistant coach.
2004.
When Tampa.
2004.
He was the head coach when Tampa won.
He
He was the head coach.
Yeah.
I thought he was an assistant.
Oh.
He was the head.
Oh yeah, they won in 2004.
It was 2004.
Yeah.
Who won in 2006? That was
06
Calgary.
was-
Oh, the Lightning.
How do you even know that?
06 was the Hurricanes.
Hurricanes. How do I know that? I have no idea.
Because
06 was the Hurricanes. Yeah.
I can never remember.
they actually just
It
won.
doesn't matter what sport it is. I can never remember what.
Last night during the warm-ups, they actually wore the jerseys from 04 with like the little patch that said like
Home
2004
wax.
Stanley Cup
Yeah.
champions. They actually wore
Yeah.
those for the warm-ups.
That is sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times, Andrew Chuck. He was the captain. He was so. Well.
So, do we all know who is last place in the entire league?
It's Zona, isn't it?
Arizona
Yeah.
Coyotes.
They have 1 win. They're 1-12
No,
right
no,
now.
no. What do you think the record is? Because you're wrong.
1-13.
They won in a shootout last night, so 2-12.
Yes,
I
2
didn't know
12
that
and
last
1.
night.
They
Oh,
did.
yep,
I was gonna
because
say,
You know, I
yeah.
looked at the stats yesterday morning and I didn't look at it again today.
They're 2
Great.
12 and 1.
Now you look like
But
a dummy.
try to guess what their goal differential is. So
You know,
Minus.
I've looked at
Oh, boy.
Arizona's games. They're scoring in every single
Clayton
game.
Keller is.
Yeah. They're not. It's not like they're getting blown out. It'd be different if they lost every game in a blowout, but they're
Yeah,
scoring.
but they're 2
enough.
of 12.
I know that, but they're only losing games by 1 goal most.
Yeah,
of the
but
time.
you can only say we're only losing by 1 goal for so long. But once it gets to 2 and 12,
Yeah.
It's shocking to me that that their record's so bad
Oh, yeah.
because of that.
it's
because
surprising. Yeah.
like I said, I looked back through their schedule
minus
not too long
19.
ago.
That's
Okay. Your-
my guess.
So guess what their goal differential is right now. So their goals for plus or no.
The
Goals
difference
for-
between how many
Yeah. Difference
it's
between
goals for minus goals against.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minus 12.
Minus 12. What do you think?
Minus 36.
Oh boy.
And you
That's
said
what I'm
minus
19.
19? It's minus 23.
Oh,
Ooh.
So
that's not what I.
You were-
They have
you were close.
39
I'm good at
goals.
guessing.
39 goals for 62 goals against.
Oh, boy.
Clayton Keller has over half of those goals too. Probably.
How many goals?
No,
for
not over.
I was gonna say this.
He's got a lot.
And who's
He's
their-
the only guy on the
Like
team doing
11.
anything.
Cooch Boy has 14. He's leading. So
Who's Arizona's
Just
starting goalie?
I
Louis
believe
Domingue?
Antti Ranta,
Or
but
Ron?
where'd Mike
did he
Smith
get
go?
hurt at some point?
Calgary.
I don't know.
Oh.
But
Calgary
oh
has
boy.
him, and they also have
Eddie Lack.
Yep.
who has
That's a funny name.
who has Jonathan Bernier?
That would be Colorado.
They also have
Probably should be their starter.
my boy Varlamov.
Varley's been doing hot this
Yeah.
year. He had like a 50-something save game the other day.
Yep.
to win.
Got me a lot of points.
Yeah, so Coyotes are now sitting at last with 2-12-1 record.
Till he gets
and,
hurt.
They need to get 6 more wins to be able to say that they don't have the worst ever record in the history of the NHL.
It's a long
The,
season.
the worst record is 8 wins.
Oh my god.
That was what the Capitals-
Who was
70.
it?
I believe it was 74 expansion Capitals.
Capitals.
It was the expansion. Whenever the Washington Capitals came in an expansion, whatever year that was,
That's
they
pretty
had
bad.
8 wins.
That's pretty
the
rough.
whole season.
Poor Caps.
But
Wow.
That's
who
sad.
do you think is second to last in the Western Conference?
Oh, in the Western
Western
Conference.
Yeah, after Arizona.
Okay, let me use
It's a surprising one.
I'm gonna use that too.
Interesting.
Sharks.
No.
Oh, it's Oilers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Ed Money.
Oilers, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Money.
shocking. I
Uh,
thought they were gonna do great this
Me
year.
too.
They,
They have good players.
and they have the firepower to do it. And I think what is the defense and goalie?
Yes, actually, they're a very similar team to the Montreal Canadiens in that regard. I mean, Habs don't have a McDavid, so there's that. But aside from that, like, there's a lot of the same, like, sort of facets in that they have a good goalie or good-ish goalie that's struggling right now. Talbot's having a rough year.
Mm-hmm.
They have a defensive core that is questionable at best, and they have a lot of pieces in the forward core, but like they don't have enough to kind of make a cohesive unit.
You know who's working? The team that's coming to mind right now that's playing the exact that's got the same problems. You know what I'm talking about?
No,
The Leafs.
the Leafs
The
are
Leafs are
doing
struggling
well.
right now, though.
They've lost a few games in a row, but they're still doing well.
I know, but
Yeah.
they have the questionable play. I mean, Anderson hasn't been great. He's given up a lot of goals.
Yeah.
Defense is rough.
Yeah, and
Very, very rough.
if
But
Anderson,
they have a forward group just like the Oilers,
Extremely
who
talented.
have
Yeah.
they have Matthews and they have
Yeah.
all their other guys. The Oilers have McDavid and
Draisaitl.
Draisaitl. They got Nugent Hopkins who isn't doing anything. But, yeah, I just see them.
But you
They're
know what they
both
don't
very
have?
similar in the way they're playing right now. Just I mean the Leafs for recently
Yeah.
because they started off so hot
Yep.
and they're on a kind of a skid right now.
Mm.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just gonna be a cocky d bag.
What were you
I
gonna
was gonna be
say?
like, you know what the others don't have? A stammer or a cooch
don't take
or a Sergachev.
or a Sergman.
Or a Vicky.
Vicky, he's doing all right.
Vicky Hedman.
Sergachev's the
See,
top.
it doesn't work. Vicky Hedman.
No, it doesn't. Sergachev is the top defenseman right now, point wise.
All right.
It goes Stamkos, Kucherov, Point, Sergachev.
20.
Or it might be Nemesnikov, then Sergachev.
We're gonna have to stop that at 30.
We are. So one last little thing before we take a little break,
No break.
because there's not gonna be much after the break. But guess who is now on their 4th string goalie? After
It's gotta
losing-
be. It's gotta be Vegas.
You
There's only one
made the
choice.
comment
I
earlier.
know.
It's Vegas.
There's only
Golden
one.
Knights have lost 3 goalies to injury already this
Yeah.
season because
Wait,
And you know how we
Did Subban?
Yeah,
it
he
was
went down.
Fleury, then Subban,
Subban.
then Dansk.
He went down.
Yeah, he went down the other day.
And now they have Maxim Legacy.
So Dansk, when he went down, actually, the Islanders were playing the Golden Knights. Tavares scored a tip in, and Dansk like moved to get it, and he just like moved wrong, and then that was it.
Oh.
And then
Human bodies.
Yeah,
an
and
odd
you know
thing.
how we talked about
Well, the
it was-
movements that goalies make are
Are
not
weird.
like natural
Yeah.
human movements.
Not so much.
So like,
Most humans don't go like that.
no.
and then push back and forth like that.
Remember how we talked about Fleury coming back soon?
Yeah.
Back what? 3 weeks
Oh yeah.
ago.
they were like,
Yeah.
oh, he'll only be out for 2 weeks.
No, he's
Yeah.
still got no sign of coming back anytime soon.
I mean, it's a concussion.
He's
right?
made
It's-
You gotta wait until.
Yeah.
They're saying he's made 0 progress over the last 2 weeks. So.
But after beating the Senators last night,
Haha.
the Golden Knights became the expansion team to get to 9 wins the quickest.
They're doing
Wow.
great.
They're killing
It
it.
only took them 13 games to get 9 wins, which is the fastest that any expansion team has ever done it.
I can't say I expected them to do good.
I did not.
I
either.
thought that they were going to tank this year.
I thought. Well,
I
I
didn't
mean, I
think they
thought
were
like they
gonna-
might just kind of win a few, maybe
'Cause they don't
maybe,
have
maybe squeak their
big
way
names,
into like a
James
wild
Neal
card.
and
But-
Fleury are their biggest names.
They're
And it hasn't been James
right
Neal.
now.
James Neal has not been doing it.
What was it at the beginning of the season?
You have him on
The beginning of the season, he basically carried the.
Oh yeah, I
goal
know,
offense,
and
but
he had like 9
Yeah,
goals.
now
in
Now
years.
they're, now they're younger
But-
new guys are
Yeah.
starting to pick her up.
We're gonna lose audio, or we're gonna lose video.
I think
for this
though,
little bit of
with what the Golden Knights did the best though, from a management standpoint, they got a coach they knew was good with young players, and they kind of like picked out a bunch of pieces that they thought would fit together, and they're fitting.
Yeah.
That's basically what they did. So
It's been something else to watch though. It's been fun.
Yeah, and some of the players too like look kind of rejuvenated. Like they're happy to be on a new team, fresh start. So
Are we gonna lose it?
It's already out.
But we're gonna take a little break now because Mickey's got to go do something.
I do have to go
We're
do
gonna be
something.
back for probably a few minutes.
I gotta make some food. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll be back.
We will be back.
So we have returned for the end of our podcast today, but I was gonna bring up the topic of the supposedly dead trade rumors of the 3-way deal of Duchesne going to Ottawa, but then news broke that it actually happened.
As we're in our break,
Yeah.
Mickey left,
In the intermission.
and we check out the old internet and the interweb
Yeah,
to see
the trade broke.
that the blockbuster trade of Matt Duchesne going to Ottawa has happened.
Matt Duchesne was traded mid-game and had to walk off the ice and go to the dressing room with an injured player.
He tried
He
to
stood behind, what was that guy's name?
Blake
Like
Como.
Como.
tried to hide from everybody, but obviously that did not happen.
Yeah. So the final details ended up being Duchesne to Ottawa, Kyle Turris to Nashville, along with his contract getting extended by 6 years, $6 million each year, is what's been reported by Elliot Friedman.
And that's all on Ottawa.
No, the money would be paid by Nashville.
Are you sure?
Yes, because that's an extension after
Some
the contract.
chickens ready.
That's
I was
now
gonna-
I gotta put it in.
I thought that. And maybe,
No, the
maybe
6
I'm wrong,
by 6
but I
extension.
just thought I thought it was gonna be an Ottawa sign, and then trade him.
Well, even if that happened, then the payment would still be by Nashville. And then Colorado gets Girard from Nashville, I believe. Kamenev from I don't know who that is. Bowers, I don't know who that is either. Hammond from Ottawa. Goalie,
The Hamburglar.
A first-round pick from Ottawa, a second-round pick from Nashville, and a third-round pick from Ottawa. So Colorado got a whole lot out of that.
Yes,
They
they
wanted
did.
a lot for Duchesne.
He's 24,
He's
He's
young.
good. He's good.
He's youngish.
23,
Um,
24, 25. He's young.
good-ish.
Big for Ottawa. It's a big injection of offense on a team that does not have a whole lot of offensive creativity.
It's very true.
It's not their
Well,
strong suit. Not that I can really say
let's
much.
see.
I
Their leading goals is 9. So
Yeah.
it's all right.
It's all right.
They're very
Who is
even.
that?
They're very even right now. Mark Stone.
Mark Stone. Oh, Mark Stone.
Stone and
He's a
Microfracture Stone. That's a very old joke. Oh, okay.
It is.
but
It's a
Duchesne,
classic.
Duchesne can put up a easy 20 goal season.
I don't love that Duchesne is now in the Canadiens division, but not on the Canadiens. Like I would have been
Oh.
cool. If
Yeah,
he had,
because
like,
wasn't
come
there
to
talks
that.
last year about
There
the
were.
Canadians going to get him?
There were.
yeah, because he's been
the
'cause
Islanders.
He's been looking like people. They've been looking to trade him.
It's
for
been
a
2
while,
years
right?
now that
Yeah.
Duchesne has not wanted to be in Colorado.
Yep, not as an
And-
Islander fan. Sorry, Nick. As an Islander fan, the Islanders were trying to get Duchesne, and of course, while he's playing the Islanders, he gets traded to a different team.
It'd
than
have been
the
funny
Islanders.
That sucks.
because we talked about this during the break.
He got traded to
If
the
he got
Islanders?
traded to the
So
Islanders,
the
because we
Islanders.
were just talking
And
about
then he
this.
just went in and swapped jerseys.
Or he just like skates across the ice and hops on the other bench.
They start beating him up, and the coach is like, "No,
He's on our team.
The GM texts the coach.
But
We have Duchesne now. Let him on the bench.
it's a good thing for Ottawa because from everything I read, they did not think that they were going to get Turris back because he's just,
So that solves that issue.
yeah
And I think
they got a lot of heavy contracts on there.
I think Duchesne is better.
Duchesne, yeah, by
So-
far.
Yes, by far.
Duchesne's got 2 years left in his contract right now, and because he wanted out of Colorado like so bad, Pierre Dorian's like, oh, I can't see why he won't sign back with us after 2 years because they have him for this year and next year, and then he goes free agent after that. But that gives him all of this season and all of next season.
Yeah.
They put an extension on that. Which
Problem is
if
though,
they don't, they're dumb.
The problem is though Erik Karlsson's contract is about to come up too.
Yeah.
That's a
And
big one.
that's not going to be cheap.
That's a big one.
Let's see.
Let's see.
I'll see.
Because he's getting paid about, I think, $6 million right now, and he's gonna get more than that.
He's gonna want more.
Yeah.
He's gonna probably get close to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering, like, I'm pretty sure Hedman's up near 10
Yeah.
right now.
So Karlsson's gonna.
And Carlson's better than Hedman.
Just a bit. Just a bit. I don't mean to leave again, but I gotta fill up my pasta pots.
Okay.
How many years was Hedman a Norris nominee for?
2, 3?
So yeah, so Hedman's still good, but yeah.
He's still
Okay.
good.
Carlson's on a whole nother
They're
level.
gonna both expire on the same year.
Oh god.
So
Yeah.
that doesn't help.
That's not good.
That's
no.
not great.
That's
Yeah,
He's
that's
making 6.5 for this year and
That's
next
all?
year.
Oh my god.
Yep. But they
That's
signed
low.
him. They signed him in 2012 for 6.5.
I was gonna say they must have been a long
It was
contract.
a 7-year, $45 million. Or
Kind of reminds me
45
of
and a half.
the bridge deal that probably screwed the Canadians out of PK Subban because they never should have done a bridge deal because he. Anyway, there's a lot of backstory in that. He ended up playing 2 years for the Habs. In those 2 years that bridge deal was in place, he was only getting paid $2.3 million a year.
Who, Subban?
Yeah. Which is
Wow.
it's nuts, it's insane value for those 2 years, but that was
Yeah.
why his contract when it came up again, he was like, okay, I want my 9 now. Because
Yeah, for real.
back in the day, he was like, okay, give me $5 million a year for 7 years, and it would have been a long-term cheap deal, but they didn't want to do that because they were like, oh no, you haven't proved yourself enough yet.
It's not good.
But
Thinking about some of the contract stuff that's going on, I know Bobby Ryan has I think he's got 4 more years left on, and he's making 7.5 on each of them.
Wait, he's making more. He's making more than
I think
Carlson
so.
right now.
I'll tell you.
yes,
but
Bobby, Dion Phaneuf is making more than Karlsson right now.
and I know they just signed
Wow.
Craig Anderson back. He would be a free agent after this season. They signed him at the beginning of the season for a 2-year. I think it was 2-year, $10 million, which is a lot of money for an old goalie, and nobody to come back.
There's a
They got Condon, which right now I would say put him in because he's playing better than him.
Getting Turris is big for the Predators, though, in a way, because now if Johansson goes down, they aren't completely gutted at the center position like they were last playoffs once Johansson went down. But and actually, I think the only things that out of that trade that were them was Gerard and a second-round pick. So that's pretty good value for Kyle Turris, who, if he can get his game back together, can easily be a second line center, and in a pinch be a first line center if Johansson goes down.
So, to tell you officially what it is.
You even know Cat. Good job. You know Cat friendly.
So in
Proud of you.
2016, Ryan was signed on a 7-year deal for $50 million, or $50,750,000. He's making.
million?
Or,
Oh yeah, over the 7 years.
so he's making 7.25
a year.
each year, and he signed into 2022.
Who?
Bobby Ryan he signed until 2022.
Yes.
That's not great.
Wow.
That's not great
that's
at all.
really long.
Because it's not good because he can't frickin' score.
Yeah.
He has not scored.
Who knows? Maybe
he had a good playoffs.
Maybe in 2020 he'll have a good year.
We'll bank on it.
And
That's going to cause some issues.
Craig
Yeah, I don't know if
Anderson.
you're going to have any cap space.
That's way too much.
Craig Anderson he has 3 years left and he's got 12 for the 3. He's making
How many?
about 4 each year.
Which actually, $4 million a year for Craig Anderson if he's on and he's playing well isn't terrible.
Oh,
Team
I
press.
thought
Problem
it was
is-
okay. I thought he meant 12 a year. I was like,
No, that'd be horrible. Craig Anderson would be getting paid more than Craig Price. Which, I mean, at this season would make sense.
At the
But
present
you know
moment.
what's a bad thing though? They have right now their leading points guy, Mark Stone, is a free agent after this year.
Well,
They're gonna have
He's
to.
going to want to raise
They're
too.
gonna have to work some
Wait,
magic.
has he gotten past his entry level? Oh, he must be past his entry level. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, he's past his entry level. Yeah, my mind is still thinking like.
He's young though.
2013.
He was born in '92. He's 25.
Yeah, so he's past his entry level.
Yeah.
Is he still in his RFA years? Yeah, he'd still
He's
be in his
in-
RFA.
He's a
years.
restricted free agent.
Yeah. So that's good. That's
Let's
good
see.
for them. They're gonna want to try to buy as
let's
many
see.
UFA years as they can.
Yeah.
But that's not
Turris
gonna be
was going to be
That's not gonna be cheap.
Turris
either.
was an unrestricted free agent after this year, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Mark Stone's not gonna
this
be
is
cheap,
good.
though.
This is a good thing. This is not a good thing.
What?
Let's hear it.
So their other big forward, Mike Hoffman,
Yeah.
Oh
is
no! I
on a
forgot
4-year, $20 million. The next, he signed into
5
2020,
million a year.
making about $5 million a year. They're gonna have to do some shit.
There's
gonna have
some
some
cap
problems.
issues because I believe Dion Phaneuf right now is sitting right around $7 million as well.
Way too much.
They got him in a trade. I don't know how much longer that is. Though.
I don't
that
think
comes
it's
up
long.
soon.
But
You know what would solve everything? If Carlson just took less money. That's all he has to do.
it would. He signed.
See, the thing is,
Unfortunately,
he
that's
could
not,
get
yeah.
a truckload of money
Yeah.
from any NHL team that he wants.
Phaneuf is signed on a 7-year, $49 million, and he's got.
How many more
He
years
signed into
left?
2021 with $7 million each year. The other guy that they probably need to keep. Let's see.
How about Phaneuf accepts less money?
He's old now, too.
He might renegotiate.
No player's gonna say, "Oh, please give me less money."
You know,
I'm good with less.
it depends. It depends how good they end
I'll
up
take the
getting.
hit.
I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take
Wow,
the hit.
$7 million for
They
him.
need-
Just say that he'll share the $2 million of his $7 million.
As of now, I would say they need to keep Derek Brassard. He is also has his contract expiring next season.
So
He's
the Senators
making-
are not in the best cap
They're
position.
not in a very good position.
No. So they got some choices to make, and if I'm gonna say anything, they should get rid of Brassard to try to keep Duche. But Duche, if Brassard
Duchene's-
keeps up the rate he's at,
Not
he's
cheap.
gonna want money at the end
Yeah.
of his contract too.
But
Everyone
anyway,
always wants more.
It could be bad.
big trade. That's the first.
But let's just keep it into this next 2 seasons. Let's see where
Yeah.
they go. They got potential for the next 2 years.
So that's actually this is only the second three-team trade I've ever seen, other than that joke of a trade that the Habs did a couple years back when they ended up picking up John Scott and Tenorti went to Arizona and we got Victor Bartley from Nashville, I want to say, but this is like the first
Nashville likes those
real.
three-ways.
This is like the first real three-way trade I've ever seen.
Like with big players.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's a big
Yeah.
shift in the landscape. The Atlantic Division, Ottawa got a lot more dangerous. At least if they can find a way.
I
to
mean,
fit them in.
they were anyway. Kinda. Depends on depends who you talk to. People have differing opinions. Mine and Ben's are obviously different on the.
I'd say they got more.
I mean, I can't
dangerous.
really say too much right now with the way the Habs are playing, but
You know,
still
it's the
they're
most
still
dangerous.
nothing. Still tied against the Chicago right now.
Against the
So,
Chicago.
Against the Chicago.
Shut up! Shut up!
You
The
didn't let
one
him,
and only.
You guys didn't let him say Blackhawks. He was getting.
No,
He was not
He
getting
was not
there.
getting there.
I was. Thank you, Eric. Goddamn.
Regardless, the most dangerous team.
Shut up. The Lightning are good. The Lightning are good. They're always good. Shut up.
They are not. They sucked.
They
old
They
weenie.
only did poorly last year because they had a bunch of injuries and they still
No, but-
almost made the playoffs.
I meant like but they just recently, like in the last 3 years, became good. So
Do you remember in the Stanley Cup Finals against Chicago when Hedman ran into Bishop?
Yes,
I don't.
that was bad.
Is that
That's-
what
that's
knock says
something-
about?
That's
for the
probably
next
what
couple
gave him
years,
his
right?
groin injury. He had a groin injury. Tyler Johnson, our
Broke
top,
his wrist.
the Lightning's best player that year in the playoffs, had a broken wrist. Was playing with a broken wrist. That's
What's he
why.
doing this year?
Yeah, he's doing all right.
Is he doing all right, or is he
He's
doing
no,
nothing?
he's one of those players. He's
Eh.
quietly doing a little something. It's
He's
kind of like
doing
a
a
Josh Bailey
He's
kind
a
of thing.
he's a second. Is he on the second? Yeah, he's a second line.
But
Like,
he's kind of like Mike Hoffman in it right now.
the
Or
thing
Mike-
is,
yeah.
He's like 5-7, I think, or something like
the
that.
thing is with the Lightning, like all of their
Their goals come from the first
all
line.
of their goals are coming from line number 1 because it's just a powerhouse up there.
Can't. Yeah, I wouldn't really want to put anybody up against the Lightning's first line, to be honest.
Well, I think this was a successful
right.
third episode.
I agree.
Especially not since that news. broke.
Yeah, that's
That was
that's
some
that's
big
cool.
news
Literally, like,
as we're recording.
yeah,
We could be the first podcast up with it,
Maybe.
we could.
Maybe.
It's a possibility.
We could be that.
ladies and
Hit
gentlemen.
like.
Check it out.
Like and subscribe.
More up-to-date news.
Until next weekend, everybody. I hope you guys have a good week, and we'll see you later.
See you guys later.
See ya.